See the second question, everyone. Discuss the desirability of greater representation to women in higher judiciary to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. Okay, I think it's an easy question. Unpaid labor, care economy. Yes, you can talk about the issues of unpaid labor. Okay, and also how the care economy can be addressed. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Second question. What is the framework? Discuss the desirability of greater representation to women in higher judiciary. Ensure diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. What is the framework? Basically, what is the demand of the question? What is the demand of the question? You have all written the answers. When I ask you in the class, suddenly there is some blank approach. I don't know. Anyone? What is the framework? Is worth being women in judiciary. Importance of women representation in higher judiciary. Okay. You have to explain what is the desirability to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. They has given the lead for the answer. Discuss the desirability of greater representation to women in the higher judiciary to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. So he has given you the lead points to the answer, and you have to mention points substantiating how they bring diversity, equity, inclusiveness, and what is the importance of women to go and be part of the higher judiciary. What is higher judiciary? Basically, high courts and the apex court of the country, Supreme Court. These two generally judicial courts are called higher judiciary. Okay, high courts and the Supreme Court is generally called higher judiciary. So what is the importance of women to be part of that higher judiciary is the question. So what will be the answer? What will be the answer? Yeah, intro can be with good facts and explain the present status of higher judiciary, how there are only 4 women out of the 33 judges of Supreme Court. Okay, and yeah, it's a good introduction by who is this? Anil, right? Anil, good introduction that the Supreme Court Chief Justice himself has come out in open and spoken about the need of higher representation of women in judiciary. And then you can mention what are the advantages of women in higher judiciary. By having women in higher judiciary, what are the advantages? What would be the advantages? You introduce, you give the present status. Okay, present status is only 4 women. Okay, yes, body has to be substantiated with the lead words in the demand of the question. So what is more diversity? How does it bring more diversity? Basically, it will bring women-oriented approach. Women-oriented approach into the Supreme Court benches. Okay, and then it also brings the benches will become more diverse, and they can address some core questions about women and women rights. So gender sensitive issues or gender topics, they can be addressed. Okay, and then how does the equity be? Equity is being ensured that women are, what does equity mean? Having equal opportunity. So women also have an equal opportunity when they are appointed early to the Supreme Court. They have the chance of becoming Chief Justice of India. We all know that Nagaratna, Honorable Justice Nagaratna, is all going to become the Chief Justice in 2027. So when they are appointed early with proper seniority, they can become the Chief Justice. So it brings equity. and women also have equal stake to that particular Chief Justice of India post. Okay. And then the judgments will be honored when women are part of the benches of Supreme Court. Such judgments also will be honored, because if they are making any judgments with regard to the gender issues, when women are there in such benches, such judgments will be honored. Okay. And also they bring inclusiveness. How they bring inclusiveness? That any issue we are just thinking from one angle. So when we have women as judges in higher judiciary, they bring different perspective. You can give the example of Sabarimala judgment. You can give example of Sabarimala judgment. Okay, how Justice Indu Malhotra has given a different perspective. She has disagreed with the majority, of course, but then she has given different perspective. So here you have to bring examples. Okay, you can give such examples, how women tend to bring different inclusiveness to the particular issues, and also diversity to the benches, and also have equity to stake claim to the CJI post. So all these you have to say, and then you can maybe in the conclusion you can write about the need of the hour, like why only 4 out of 33. We can have at least 10 to 12 people, and then again bring in NV Ramana, or mention that Justice B.V. Nagaratna is going to become the chief CJI in 2027. So all these you can bring out in the conclusion, and then in a very optimistic and a positive way, saying that while women representation is definitely very important in judiciary, the need of the hour is to improve the representation of women across all the pillars of democracy. So that goes to say much broader approach. Yeah, you can give sustainable development goal also, not at all an issue. You can say that why only judiciary? We want executive and legislature also to be represented by more women. So try to score that brownie point through your conclusion. The question is about judiciary. You write about why only one pillar of democracy. There are other two pillars, executive and legislature. There also women representation is very bad. Out of 77 ministers, how many are women? And out of 500 odd, 545 MPs of Lok Sabha, how many are women? 230, 240 MPs of Rajya Sabha, how many are women? So all these are legitimate questions to be asked. So you write that judiciary, not only judiciary, when we have women having equal stake in all the 3 pillars of democracy, we will have holistic view about all the issues and inclusive development and growth. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So coming to this answer, this is about whose answer is this? Anil, I think, right? Anil, is this your answer?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Anil. Okay, good. Status of presentation. Desirability of greater transparency, public trust, enhance legitimacy, improve discussion among judges, enhance fairness of adjudication, and bring in new opinion. Okay, instead of writing improving discussion among judges, bringing new opinions and innovative opinions to the table, bringing women's angle into the judgments. Okay, so all these are female centric angles which can be included in the judicial thought process. Okay, and then conclusion. Okay, good. You are writing about sustainable development goals. As I said, since it is a question related to judiciary, try to use it to write your executive and legislature issues also. And then you can conclude by saying maybe we'll have our first Chief Justice of India in 2027, like that. Clear?